Hello everyone and welcome to So Many Games All the Time. My name is Joachim and as usual I'm here with
Evangelos. So yeah.
who is now busy painting miniatures. Which ones are you painting actually?
Okay, so I'm just going through all the net runners, but CMON, they got like hundreds of them, 100 individual sculpts. So I'm just going through all of them, painting them on. But it's fine. I'm enjoying it. It's so I'm almost done with that one. And then I still got my War of the Ring, which I'm halfway done. I need to go back to that and finish that off.
Then I've got Zombicide that I'm still doing that I haven't touched in months now. And the bad thing is I can actually check it because I just have to check my last short on the YouTube channel and I know how long it's been and it just gets worse and worse and worse. So I should try not to check it.
Yeah.
Anyway, today
Yeah.
we're going to talk about CMON EXPO basically because we came back. It's been like almost 2 weeks now, like a week and a half since we've been back.
Yeah.
So actually not 2 weeks, 14th. Yeah. So what we bought a bunch of stuff and maybe people have seen the video, maybe not. But what do you think? What are the buys that you had? What games did you buy that you're most happy with? The ones that you really wanted.
Well, one I really wanted wasn't even there, even though they said it was going to be there, was the Tashi.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't there, even though there was a post that they said that they had said on their website that was going to be there. There was no, anyway, that wasn't there. Minos, I would have been most excited about, and I know you were excited, but I had already got it the week before. It was I was kind of disappointed that I'd managed to get it a week before. But then again, with weight on my luggage, probably that was a good thing.
Yeah.
But that was one. But the main excitement one was the Barcelona expansion. I was really excited about that. The Nucleum expansion, I managed to get that. The promos is what I'm really excited about. A lot of promos. And the 3 CMON releases, exclusive releases, which was, we spoke about that before, Nova Era and the Knizia game, which is actually a reprint. And then obviously Ethnos was really cool. I'm really excited about Ethnos.
Yeah, for me, when we arrived, I had nothing that I wanted to buy initially because I didn't do a lot of research, to be honest. I'd heard of Minos and everything, but I had no idea even how it played. But then when we tried that, I really fell in love, so I needed that. So that's definitely my number one. And then Ethnos is my number 2 because Ethnos I used to own, but then sold it through in a big cull. So being able to get the second edition now, and honestly, I like the art more.
Well, the promo.
I didn't mind the art before, but this is like, I finally realized it makes me think of Gorillaz, the band. The art is very similar of that, and I think
That's true.
To me, I think it's really, really.
I think that I also like there was I can't even name it, the Lord of the Rings artist for the original.
Yeah.
I actually liked the art too, but I felt there was a disconnect between the art and the board.
That's true. Yeah.
They felt like a disconnect. Yeah, there was really cool art, but when you put your units and there wasn't a thematic link between the cards and the board.
Because the map of Slovakia, right? Slovenia, Slovakia.
Apparently that was right. It was just apparently was a real. I didn't know it was Slovakia. I don't know it was Slovakia, but yeah, and then so it was really bland board, literally a bland map, and then there's little weird discs, and it didn't feel connected to this evocative theme of this high fantasy theme of the cards.
No, not at all.
I think that was a big difference. Whereas this one now has a connection.
Yeah.
Because now you got little pagodas. Because now you got pagodas as the pagodas are your discs, and the board has the same kind of artistic link to the cards.
Yeah, I mean, the disconnect is really true. It's like I would make like a cyberpunk game and then use a map of Belgium. It didn't really make sense. But now it all connects really nicely.
Yeah, but they didn't make it look like a fantasy map.
This is just a map and colors, and now it makes more sense. Even though I'd argue that the colors are not distinguished enough, but okay, whatever. That's a minor gripe. Anyway, that's more about the game for a review.
And now it has a solo mode. It has a solo mode too, so that's another thing interesting to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. I tried yesterday. There's a video on the channel. You can check it out. And also, Ethnos is the only game that was sold out. And also, as usual, when we were buying games, there was a super long queue. So I think we lost easily like an hour and a half or something just queuing. So, but yeah, and it's even worse because you have this long queue, and then in the beginning you might have like 4 or 5 games in your hands, and because you're queuing for so long, by the
Mm.
time you reach the
Pick
register,
up
oh,
more.
suddenly I have 10. Just, oh, maybe
Yeah.
that one, oh, maybe that one, maybe that one. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, that's we also had the blind box. Were you happy with your blind box?
I think I would have been happy if I didn't own I got Bataku. I mean, not Bataku, I mean Boon Lake.
Yes.
And if I didn't have Boon Lake, I would have been really. I think that was by far the best game between us. But
Yeah.
I already own it, so that was
Yeah.
a bit of a letdown. So I had Boon Lake, which was a really good game, and the rest were meh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Munchkin,
Luck-
Batman, and all the other ones.
Luckily, you were able to instantly trade it for Picture Perfect and the
Which is not a
expansions.
game which is cool, I guess. But it's
Yeah,
not a game I was super excited about. But Boon Lake is by far the best game. There was in both boxes.
But I think I agree with you because even with the box that I had, it was all just okay. While the blind boxes last year, I was more excited by them then because of that Cloud Age and Expeditions, and of course the Golden Ticket. So, but yeah, it's there's a couple of them that I'm happy with, and also you gave me the Exceed Battlers, which I think could potentially be cool. But I still have to take a look at it. So, do you think it's a good thing or a bad? Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing that they put up the list of games that are in the blind boxes?
Well, they have to encourage people to want to buy the boxes
I think that was
because
a reason.
if they don't put the list out, then people will say it could be just a bunch of crap,
Yeah,
right?
true.
So they have to show no, there's good games in there. And to be fair, there were good games.
Mhm.
Like you got the one which I own. You got the Palace of Carrera, which is actually a really good
Yes.
game.
Yeah. I'd never
That's a
heard
really
of it.
good game. Yeah, but it used to be way out of print, and then it came out back in print recently. That's a really good game. I said Boon Lakes is a great game. And there was another game you got that was actually not bad too. There was one more game you got that was actually really good, wasn't there? I can't remember.
Well,
Maybe
check
not.
the video. But
But yeah,
one
again,
thing that I think
Picture Perfect is highly rated. A lot of people like it. So
I
So
shouldn't
it
have
was
given it
actually-
away. No,
trust me, you got a better deal. You got a better deal.
I think you mean the grizzled. I have weak hair, the reskin of the grizzled. But then
Yeah,
people say there's not a really
think-
good theme for that game. But anyway,
yeah. I think Grizzle's better. Yeah.
I think they should have done compromise and say, look, these are 50% of the games that are in the boxes. The other 50% you don't know. You know, like maybe the best games or whatever. Or not even that. Just like because I think I'd still want some kind of. Of course, you don't have to look at the list, but whatever.
Mm.
I'm just nitpicking now, I guess. I don't know what I want. So I also got Ex Libris and Pac-Man Corridor.
Yeah.
And my kids are already over the moon. With the
Expansion for Ex Libris.
Yes, exactly.
That's
Yeah,
even
so I was
better.
happy.
That's.
So that was like more picked up throughout the weekend. Did you buy anything else aside from the store initially, or did you pick up anything else?
No, I was tempted, but I didn't because I was worried about weight.
Oh yeah.
Because I only had 20 Ks.
Yeah.
So a lot of what I bought the first day, because I think the blind box actually made me more concerned. If I didn't get the blind box stuff, I would have bought something else.
Well, I was thinking this year, if I hadn't had the blind box, I would have bought way more.
Me too.
And because it takes too much space. But then this will be fixed next year because Hans from the organizing committee from CMON, who also did the intro and the stage stuff, he said that the courier next year will be international. They're going to try and make it international. And then that would be awesome. Because then, just take a small suitcase.
Don't worry.
Yeah, and then poof, here. I'll see you in a couple of weeks or whatever.
Because then we
awesome.
Then we get the cheaper flight because we can get the flight without the suitcases.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like a win across the line, except of course for my wallet, but because I buy more maybe. But and then the trolley would be more useful too. Honestly, it's like reel it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I managed to get because they sent it to my hotel room, which I only sent it the following on the Monday.
Yeah.
But it was still good. It was much easier than carrying it back to the hotel, so that was good at least. But it was much easier to send it back.
But for people flying back on Sunday, that would have been impossible. Imagine that
Exactly.
people did that and then like, oh crap, I have to go and it's still not here, and I have to deal with all the. Oh, another thing,
Yeah.
they tried two new things this year. They did the play area. Let's do that one first. How do you feel about the play area?
I still think there were some people using it, but we didn't use it, and maybe they should have promoted it more. There was some people who were using it, but it wasn't. It was outside the venue, so maybe that was just a thing. It felt like detached. Maybe they should have pushed it more. Maybe they should have pushed for more games there. I don't know.
I think the
Like
play area is
I'm really
good.
surprised. I guess I'm really surprised they didn't have more play areas for CMON games. Like have a lot of zombie side games out there. Put a couple of Blood Rage games out there.
Mm-hmm.
Promote their own games. Just put a couple of demo games. Yeah, but one like they had the table out with the zombie side, showing off the. Just put some of their own games out.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I think the play area didn't work. Some people did it. Like we saw the couple playing Minos immediately after they bought it and so on. But then I think it'd be more useful if the convention would like spill over to the hall and have, like you said, maybe the Vietnamese section would maybe sit there or whatever. There's no disconnect from the entrance to the side of the place, and then just make everything inside bigger, have more tables so you can play more. Because now they were like outside was more like a rest area. Okay, people who had nothing to do with board games, they would go there and sit and wait for the people who were inside doing their stuff.
Basically, yeah, it felt detached. I think it should become more part of the celebration of games.
Yeah, I agree. But I think I still commend the idea though, the fact that they did it, because we also used it to make some videos there, which is handy.
Yeah.
But and then next to there you have you had all the booths where you can get the stamps with the passport. What did you think about that?
Yeah, there was. I found maybe they were a little too silly for me. They felt kind of pointless.
I think it is your it is. I think the idea is good. I don't think
what's the point of throwing the tins, the cans? What was the point of that?
So that was a problem. Like, first of all, you had the tin throwing, which is kind of disconnected because it's not actually a game that you can buy or whatever. Secondly, you had a game that you can only play in Thai, which already makes it impossible. So they just gave the stamps to the foreigners for free, because otherwise how are you going to do it? And then you also had scouts, which can take a while if you have a full table to play. And if all the people want to have the stamps, there's like a big queue just for that one game. And you had a bunch of other ones. So I think is a typical problem that I have at my school. Every year there are two native English teachers I have to work with, because they tend to be backpackers or whatever, 1 year guys basically. And every year we have the same at our school, where we need to make booths. And they tend to always make their game or activity too long. You need to have something quick, something fast, boom, 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 next. So many people can do it in a short span. For example, put Clask there. You can play one score only.
Yeah.
And you get your stamp. Just to give an idea of how the game works. Or something else, something short. So it's easy to get the stamps and it's easy to get the rewards. Because for us now, of course, we're also busy. We do a lot of other stuff. And maybe we're not the targeted audience anyway. But I think I got 2 stamps and then that's it. And I actually would have wanted a puzzle.
But the prize wasn't that. The prize was okay,
Well, some dice, some puzzles, some masks,
and then another chance to be drawn in the lucky draw.
Well, exactly. But I think the main issue was the booths. They took too long to do everything, so it has to be either less booths or just faster. And like even if you can win something tiny at every booth, like a CMON sticker or whatever, stuff like that. So
I agree. Or a little exclusive miniature.
Okay, so after that, we had 2 interviews with. I don't think we have to really talk about. I mean, how did you feel about what Eric told you, the publisher from Board and Dice? What's the news he gave you? Music to your ears?
I was really excited. There was some, because it's one of my favorite publishers, and I love all their games. So it was good to hear some of the ideas coming forward, what they're going to be doing. But if people must watch the video and have you hello.
Yeah, they're your favorite publisher, right? Continue. Yeah, my daughters are finally gone. Please continue.
Okay, so I was excited. They mentioned some news. They said they're going to have a big announcements in December, in which they're going to what they can do is they're going to have quick announcements, and the games whatever they announce comes out shortly after. It's kind of the Jamie Stegmaier format, in which he announces the games in which in 3 weeks they're available.
Yeah.
So that's what. So he mentions a couple of expansions and some more ideas. So yeah, I was pretty excited to talk to him, and he seems really cool, and he seems to really be passionate about the hobby and the games he publishes. And yeah, he told me some. He said some. He gave me some inside. He gave us some inside news that he's not said. Maybe he shouldn't be telling us, but.
Yeah. Well, I was really happy you were there.
He told me.
Yeah.
He told me something. There was something we didn't say in the interview. I spoke to him the next day. He told me he's trying to get the rights back for Tzolk'in, because the rights are with CG, and he wants to publish it himself. So that would be really cool if they get the first T game, because they've done all the other T games, and that one was. So he's trying to get the rights back for that one. So that was another tidbit he told me.
Especially if he can, change, because the game is definitely flawed. I'm just kidding.
No, the game is solved. The game is
solved.
The game is solved.
Yeah,
and when I spoke to Cini last year, he was talking about how he's really fixed it. He's been working on it.
Okay. All right.
So he wants to republish it, second edition, and Board and Dice wants to get it. So let's hope they get it, because I know they'll do a good job.
Because like I said, I'm happy that you were there, because I really don't have all that knowledge of the T games. So I would have just said, you like it here? Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. I did get to interview.
I even got to ask him some hard questions.
Yeah. But that's not for publication. I don't know if you had the Kickstarter and everything. Yeah. Which is really funny, because honestly, I had no idea until you said that, because I have the deluxe version here and everything. I had no idea that had so many printing problems and everything. So I had no idea. So I was like, okay.
I've got it too. I haven't played it yet, because I'm waiting. I'm waiting for an official list of all the problems before I play it, or maybe I'll wait for because today I think yesterday or today, Board and Dice announced that they're going to have a Kickstarter. Mm-hmm. In which they're going to be selling upgrades for their games.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So upgraded bits.
They might add it there.
Promos. And
because there was an update where they said they're going to create a list. They're going to create a list where people can sign in to get replaced, all the stuff replaced, for $200.
But then you have to pay for the postage
for free. For free.
Yes, but you have to pay I think you have to pay the postage.
I don't know about that.
But they're going to add it to the Kickstarter, I think. So they announced a Kickstarter of all the upgrades. So like coins for Nucleum and things like that.
No. Okay. Well,
it was cool.
I was able to interview Tom Vassell, which took a while. Briefly. Because as you know, I'm a very nervous person when it comes to interviewing people and being afraid to take up their time. But it was okay. I think I asked him about his board game bucket list, which I think was fine. So and I don't know if you've seen the reply. No, you haven't watched my video.
I didn't know you uploaded it. What
anyway, it's featuring you. He basically said that his bucket list is he wants to visit all the conventions all over the world. So he named like at least 7 or 8 different conventions that's still on his list, like Brazil and so on and other stuff. And that's definitely. And also another question was why. What is the first thing, or what is the thing he looks forward to most at a convention? And he says he doesn't really care about the games per se anymore, because that's basically, that happens naturally anyway. They're going to push him towards that anyway. He's more interested in games to make, and in things that make gaming easier, like accessories and everything that can make it a more nicer experience or whatever. That's always what he's tried. Because he said in conventions, there's always people trying to do new things and whatever, stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, it's fun to see in person and
play a game with him too.
Yes. In the end, we played Quiet House with him and David Waybright from Man vs. Meeple, and it was a fun game. But it's not my kind of game, because like deduction and everything. Apparently, it's not Tom's kind of game either. So it's more like David and Anna, who also is in the game, were like, "Yay!" I was like, okay, I'll do my best, but yeah, the game itself is original, and I think it's an okay game. But it was just funny to how it all happened. Honestly, just goes to show you should stay until the
Yeah.
doors closed. So then
Mm.
opportunities come your way. And I was gonna interview the other designers there, Anthony Perrone and Josh Wood, but honestly, I completely forgot about it. And then I probably wouldn't even have recognized them if they were standing in front of me, even though I saw the picture on the website. But
Yeah, same here.
so yeah. So okay, what else did I write down here that we can talk about? I had CMON or come on, whatever announcements. So how did you feel about the announcements? Kind of lukewarm this year, right?
Yeah, like well, I think they spoiled it by having the big posters everywhere telling you what. So before they made the announcements, right there when you see it, oh, that a huge poster for Massive Darkness, the new Massive Darkness,
Yeah.
and right next to it, that massive poster for the next Cthulhu Death May Die.
Yeah.
So when they made the announcement, we already knew the announcement, and then the one announcement that was, and then obviously Super Fantasy Brawl, we already knew about that.
Yeah.
And then when they finally made an announcement for something new, it's just a Marvel called Marvel Invasion. That's about all we know.
Yeah, no, we can't say anything else. Be excited.
Because they couldn't even tell us what type of game it is. They just said it's a Marvel Invasion.
Well, I can say
So,
the majority of
really-
people think it's Zombicide again, but then this time focused on the scrolls, and, which makes
I
sense.
don't know if that,
It could
but
be.
then they would say it. Why would they not? But then why wouldn't they just say it's Zombicide?
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks. I don't know. But
I'm pretty sure it's a new system, but I don't know what type of it. Probably dungeon crawl or something. I don't know.
maybe it's a miniatures.
I'm sure it's
game,
something different.
like Song of Ice and Fire.
I know.
But
Yeah. See, that's yeah. I was hoping for. See, it's been 3 years and we still haven't had Blood Rage 2 or Blood Rage expansion because Eric Lang mentioned it many years ago that he was working on a Blood Rage expansion, and that looks like that's not happening because keep waiting for that announcement. But
we played a bunch of games. What was the best game you played? Or the
obviously
two
Minos, obviously
Minos, yeah.
obviously Minos, yeah.
No.
I really enjoyed that, and Ethnos. I got to play Ethnos when you left. That was really good.
With how many players did you play?
4.
4. Okay. Did you win?
Yeah. No.
Okay. So the same here for Minos, and also surprisingly, normally it's not my kind of game, but I really enjoyed that the Dro Polter. I always want to say Doctor, but it's not Doctor. It's Dro. So the one the Oink game with where you put stuff in your hand.
Yes.
And then you have to. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
I do think the game.
Silly,
I enjoyed it too, but I think it might overstay its welcome.
Yes, and also it's not fair because of hand size. Not everybody has the same hand size.
But
so
I just feel the game could take too long.
Yeah, so I think, but that's easily changed, right? You can say X amount of bells wins. Like 3 bells in your hand, you win, and then it's very short. All you have to do is win 3 times and make sure you don't drop it, something like that. Or you just make the pool of bells very very small. It's like small and long together. It's long. So you take like 10 bells. That is the supply. Once they run out, the game ends, and whoever has the most bells wins. So I think that's easily, because I'm going to do a competition at school, and I was originally going to do a pitch car, but I don't have enough tracks yet, so I need to wait. So and then in replacing that, I'm going to do that game, because it doesn't matter what
really
age
cool.
you are.
And the kids will love it. That's a cool game.
Yeah, so
And
basically
I like
for
the
the
other
people...
game.
Yeah, sorry, Jay, go ahead.
Startup. I enjoy Startup more. I really enjoy Startup.
Yeah, it was very good, yeah. But that's too long for a competition. Yeah, so the Oi games, they were definitely...
Yeah, the hand one's perfect.
Yeah, so if you want to see footage of that, you can check the vlog as well. And the hand one, very quickly, you just have a bunch of items in your hand, and then you flip a card, and then it says which items you have to drop on the table. But if more items drop, you have to pick those up first before you can grab the ghost, which is like in the middle, like Geister Splits or Ghost Splits. And then you get a bell, and then the bell goes into your hand, and if you then accidentally drop the bell later on, you lose it forever, and bells are points. So very quickly. All right, so then, so you said you played Ethnos after we left. Did you play anything else after we left, aside from Ethnos?
No, I just walked around.
Oh, okay.
No.
Cool. So Um, I think we're almost already at the end. What do you think of the new location in general?
It's a better venue than last time,
Hmm.
but just further. It was just far away from the center.
Yeah,
But I actually think it was a better venue. It was more
yeah,
things to do there, more restaurants. Um, yeah, and it was a much bigger venue, which was obviously positive.
yeah.
So I
More
think it's a
family
good venue.
friendly too.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
just further out. But then again, if you're going just for games, that's not an issue either.
yeah. I was talking to Hans also the second day, I think near the end, and he was saying that they were a bit scared about the new venue because it's like an hour away, 15 minutes away from
Mm.
the from both airports because Bangkok for some reason has to.
Mm.
So he was a bit afraid that less people would come over. I said, but as in the beginning, I thought the same because most people leave on Sunday, take their flight back and everything. But in general, I think it's much bigger. The location is so much better, even for families. There's so many stores, so much food, so much to do for kids. So you can even take your family there and say, "Okay, see you tonight, bye." So yeah, so that case is much better. And it was also quite exciting in the beginning when you were trying to find your way inside, but that's
Because they
it's
only
also
open at 10, right? Yeah.
it's in the video as well, where Anna and I are like talking about, oh, Evangelos update, he's now there. So, yeah. So thanks to you, it was easier for us to find our way up.
Did they
Yes,
say are they going to use the same venue next? Are they going to use the same venue next year? What they say?
I don't know. I think that's something they'll probably talk about afterwards, see how it went, and also I think financially, because I had the impression there were less people on Sunday this year than last year.
Hmm.
But then I saw Tom Vassel's vlog about Expo, which also features us at certain points in the
I saw.
distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he also talks about how Sunday is traditionally a day where they stay with their families and they only come out in the afternoon or something. But I did feel like Sunday was a lot less people than
Right.
last time. Yeah, I thought last time Sunday was busier than Saturday. But maybe that's just my memory playing tricks on me.
Maybe it's just because a smaller venue. Maybe it felt
Yeah,
busier.
yeah, maybe that's perfectly possible. Yeah. So, do you have any
Hmm.
regrets? Anything that you wanted to do but you didn't do?
Maybe I
Didn't
wish I
get to.
played more games. I think I should have played more games.
But
Like I.
what
But
is
then
the
again, it's also,
reason then? What is the reason then that you didn't play enough?
they're always busy. The game's always busy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, and also because then the announcements you have to wait around for, and then you already miss a chunk of the first
Competition.
day just waiting, buying games, waiting in line.
Exactly.
So because Tom Vassell said in his vlog, like, oh, they're always running at conventions when they open. But there's a very simple reason. You want to get as far ahead in the queue to pay because otherwise you're standing there for a long time. It's not like, whoa,
Exactly.
first. It's more like I need to get to that stuff ASAP.
So they can get
And
to. They can rush to go play the game. Sure. Yeah.
yeah, and there was one thing that someone did though that was I think is frowned upon. Like I think there were three people, and one person immediately went forward to stand in the queue, and then the other two with full trolleys. Oh yeah, but we're with him. That's a bit like yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's. But yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
um,
It happens. Yeah. That's
I
good
think
move.
next year I think I would want to play the games more that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Like I really enjoy playing Minos, but I think those kind of games, maybe for a Sunday morning would be nice. But yeah, I just want to play. But once again, it's like you said, there's always someone sitting at the table, right? And since just waiting there, waiting for the table to open up is a bit like,
What they should.
uh,
What they do at Essen apparently is that you only play a round. Instead of playing an entire game, you play one round.
yeah, yeah.
You play a round, then they keep the tables moving. But maybe because they feel it's not as busy. I don't know.
But I think also for the ones that I'm talking about, they're often people either they're still looking to be published, or they only have one game, or they're self-publishing and things like that. So they really want to have a good impression, so that people will buy or whatever. But anyway, yeah. And I regret not doing the competition
Mhm.
as well. I like doing those competitions because then you meet more people and just
Yeah,
messing
we
with
should
them
have
and
done more.
everything.
We should have done that We should have played King of Tokyo and things like that, maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, then once again, as usual, you do one thing, you can't do the other. And we shouldn't have
Do
had
the other one,
McDonald's. We shouldn't have had McDonald's. That was a big mistake. Never again. Even though we got the McDonald's cups, which in the end I gave to Anna anyway, because I don't really care about it. I gave mine away.
I still got mine. I got mine, yeah.
Uh,
No, I think the only regret is I would like to have played more games. That's all.
yeah, yeah. Well, understandable. Yeah. I agree. Because we saw several games that we actually told the people, oh, we'll come back next tomorrow. But then also the problem for me was that I took an earlier flight this year. Next year I'm gonna take the red eye flight again, so like a 2 a.m. Something like that, because at least then I can enjoy both days. And if there's an international courier,
Exactly.
even more reason to take a late flight, because then you can just enjoy, and then whatever's left you take with you.
As I said, if we're going to take the effort to get there, we should spend all time there.
Yeah. Maybe there are ways that I could stay Monday, but I don't know. I'd have to be in a really good position with the principal. But okay, I think this is good. This is quick. This is snappy. Anything else you want to share about the?
No, I'm just looking forward to next year again. I much really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah. And next year, I think I'm gonna get no more T-shirts, but this next year I'm gonna get a sweater. I think because it's chilly sometimes. There's so many times that I was sitting there like this. It's so cold here. That was just me. It's also fatigue, I think. But,
That was just.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, and then definitely next year go back for sure.
Yeah. But so, I'm really looking forward to it. It's good to make it every year. Do this thing. It'd be good. Make it a yearly thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can plan my budget
and next
around
year, and hopefully next year we'll have a game to produce and show to try and present there.
That would be nice. That would be nice. And also this year, and I think I'm going to do it again next year, I've started culling my collection before we go to Thailand. I think I sold like 20 games before we went there. So I was like, oh, I've got a budget now. I got a budget. I got more space. Let's go. But yeah. I think it's a good financial plan. Anyway, okay, we'll stop it there.
Okay.
Thank you for listening, everybody. And also, we are going to do the top 100 soon. We still only have 20 to go. Not 20 videos, but 20 spots. So once we finish that, then, just the top 20. So we still have to do that, and then we can release all of them. And then we'll be more active with general stuff again.
Perfect.
All right. And also, don't be surprised for different surroundings and hairstyles, because you were in South Africa, so there was suddenly a different room. My hair has grown. Anyway, bye-bye, everyone. See you next time.
Cheers. Bye-bye.